Hey there everybody, Kopiki here. Welcome back to more Kingdom Hearts 2. In the last episode, we managed to go ahead and get into Disney's castle to help Queen Minnie to be able to fend off the Heartless. And now we end up telling Merlin like, yo, Maleficent's back, she's got some thorns, somebody's doing some shady crap. Then Merlin basically said, oh, I'm going to give you a door that allows you to go back into some different era and some different world, and so you can be able to go and save the Cornerstone Light. So we're going to go there, and we're going to have some fun. I also love how this door kind of reminds me of a Chain of Memories card, so that's kind of cool.
Hey, look! There's the Cornerstone of Light!
What's going on? Everything's black and white.
Deja vu?
Really? Have you been here before?
Hey, you! Seen any bad guys around here? Why, I oughta... Nah, I don't have time to waste on punks like you, so I guess I'll go easy on ya.
Well, there's our villain.
Yep, there's our villain indeed. Welcome to a world that is black and white, and your ears do not deceive you. The game actually the audio is a bit muffled because it is channeling the inner 50s, 40s. I don't know how old the cartoon is. Not spoiling the world because, to be fair, they're going to tell us what this world is called. They don't really show us on the map, which is, thank God. But yeah, they'll tell us the name of this world. First off, let's go ahead and talk to Donald and Goofy. I don't know what world this is, but we can't let Pete get away. Still, it's kind of strange with the Cornerstone of Light and all. I mean, hey, you can often find Pete at the pier up ahead. If he's not there, he's probably out on his boat. That's his pride and joy. This is where Disney Castle is gonna be built. It's something but an empty field now, but I bet it's gonna be a huge castle. That was Pete, wasn't it? Is it just me, or did he somehow seem different? It's amazing how this is essentially where Disney Castle is made, which kind of ends up giving like a bit of an indication that, let's say, construction site for Disney's Castle. This is essentially where Disney Castle is made. That giant field takes over this entire place. Alright, well, I mean, the way how Kingdom Hearts kind of ends up transitioning from map to map is not the same how Kingdom Hearts 1 does it, where the areas are a lot, that's the thing I noticed about Kingdom Hearts 1 compared to Kingdom Hearts 2. All the worlds are kind of connected in Kingdom Hearts 1, like the directions that you're going for the most part. But in Kingdom Hearts 2, not so much, because obviously you don't traverse through the entirety of the field that you see on the map, because that would be kind of weird if they did that. It would be interesting if they decided to do that, but they unfortunately don't, so, Anyways, let us do the one reaction command that everyone knows and loves and should be getting, because if you're a bad person, you deserve punishment.
What's with you, squirts? You got some kind of bone to pick with me?
More than one.
Them's fighting words. Huh?
Not so fast.
What's that for?
Alright, so the way how, obviously this is not Pete, is that when he bounces up, he actually creates a shockwave. That shockwave can damage you, so you want to be careful. This always happens whenever he also ends up running around like a fool. You can do about face, which ends up causing him to trip. Don't really understand why, but hey, it does. But he's fairly easy to beat. And that's it. We're done. World over.
What you bugs beef with me anyway? Who are you? You new around here?
Cut the act.
Whoa!
You know, something doesn't seem quite right here. Are you sure you're Pete?
Well, of course I'm Pete. I'm the captain of the steamboat, so stop bothering me, see? So hit the road. I gotta go find the little runt what stole my boat.
Gosh, maybe we made a mistake.
I'm starting to think the same thing. He hasn't even called any Heartless.
Sorry we attacked you like that, Captain Pete.
Oh, yeah? Well, if you're really sorry, then go find my steamboat.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my hickin' back.
Welcome to Timeless River, guys. I actually have no history of Timeless River aside from the fact that it is an old cartoon, and you know, the steamboat is a reference to, well, it's not really a reference, it's obviously is going for, well, actually no, it is technically referencing Steamboat Willie. So essentially we are in the past of Disney's castle, which kind of means that whatever the pier is probably becomes the racing place, whatever the other areas that we're going to probably becomes something else. In all honesty, it's interesting to see the length of that, but hey, you know.
Hey, look! There's the cornerstone of light!
What's going on? Everything's black and white.
Deja vu?
Really? Have you been here before?
I've also seen that cutscene before. In all honesty, you probably could just splice that in and you guys wouldn't even notice it until that scene showed up. Ah, boy. But anyways, no, we end up using the mirror or the curtain to end up seeing things from the past. And unfortunately, it does not work again because it can only give us one visualization of movies. So we've seen that the Heartless all went inside these scenes, and we need to go to all four of them to stop the Heartless from destroying whatever. We have the construction site. We have one area that kind of almost looked like that somebody got ran over, because no offense, as a kid, I still think that, even though, to be honest, it is somebody who got ran over. Why is that even a thing? That is weird. Why is that a person? What is it trying to tell? What's this? It looks like a window, but it's got a strange mark written on it. I like to take a peek, but it's kind of creepy. I mean, you kind of don't really want to go through that, trust me. Oh no, there's fire through the window. We have to put it out. How do we do that, though? Should we just throw water out the window? I mean, sure, there's a room through that window, but that isn't all. The furniture's being sucked away. At this rate, it'll soon be an empty room. Yeah, it's interesting how all the NPCs kind of end up giving you the indication of what's going on through these mirrors. There's a town through that window. What kind of gimmick is this? There's a cannon in the middle of town. If the enemy comes, we could blast them with it. Okay. You can see a construction site through that window. It sure is strange. It looks pretty unstable too. If that rope breaks, it's gonna fall. So you guys essentially give us all the indication of each and all four mirrors. That's kind of interesting. Never knew that. Kind of would probably make the gimmick a lot more understandable as to what's going on.
What are they building?
Look out! Gee, he seems kind of different somehow.
Heartless! I knew it! You really saved the day. Now, let's get those Heartless!
We got ourselves some new enemies, hammerheads. That's probably not what their names are called. Alright, so for these areas, you have to go ahead and do the gimmick properly. There's one gimmick that happens here when the rope ends up shaking. You'll get bounced up, but you'll also obtain a reaction command that can end up just essentially just one-shotting all the enemies, which I recommend doing because it ends up getting rid of all of them without any issues. Trust me, you will thank me later. So now, we're not going to use, Chicken Little just yet, because I want to showcase him later, and I died. Okay, well, that's an actual legit first death. Okay, cool.
How do you like that?
Hey, look!
You absolute idiot. You've managed to fail at everything. And what's more, you foolishly thought you could take my place while I was away. Well, as of now, you're finished. Mark my words, there'll be no place for you when our time comes. Useless imbecile.
But I...
That sucks. Somebody sure was angry. Wait, what do you mean somebody? Did you guys not know who it... What? I don't... I need to stop questioning some of the dialogue that is written in this game because it will make me mad. Let's go to the next window.
The town shrunk.
Or do you think maybe we got bigger?
Hey, look at the toy cannons. What's he saying? Hey, they're heartless.
And now we got ourselves some pilot wing looking enemies. And this is my point as to when I end up summoning. Okay, well, I guess I will introduce what Trinity Limit does. Now, Trinity Limit does not just execute his attack right away. Trinity Limit actually ends up doing a bunch of other moves. When you end up doing all three, you do the maximum amount of damage. But if you do only one of them, what usually ends up happening, you will not really do a whole lot. Also love how the fact that I did that and it did not even bother to even kill the other enemies. Now, the Mayhem, if it gets to maximum, it will be an instant game over, so yeah. There's a lot of moments in Kingdom Hearts 2 where 90% of your deaths are going to be from minigame deaths, which is unfortunate, but that's usually the case for certain video games where they kind of really try to kill you from other means. They try to kill you from minigame's sake. The way how the Mayhem builds up is that if the enemies constantly keep hitting the buildings, the more buildings they destroy, the more the Mayhem builds up.
Man, that was weird.
Look, Sora, over there!
Oh, for crying out loud. She didn't have to go and say that. Okay, I might have messed up every now and then, but I'm a lot more things than useless. Why, when I was starting out... Oh, I miss those good old days. What I wouldn't give to go back in time. What I wouldn't give. Huh? think that's my...
That's actually interesting. That's the first time that a wish end up coming true. Which is like, why does it show up when obviously Pete end up wishing to go back to the old days? It's kind of, it's one of the things I'm always wondering is like, why did that door show up for Pete? So like, why did it show up all of a sudden? Considering the fact he's a bad guy and usually wishes are not supposed to be coming true. But yeah, like, that's one of the questions I usually kind of ask myself is like, why did it show up? I don't know.
Fire! Come on, he needs our help.
Now, I have my reasons as to why I'm not really going through the enemy list as of this point, because we haven't seen all the enemies yet. There is one more enemy that we haven't seen, and they are the most annoying. They're the most annoying enemies ever. So for this section here, you want to get rid of the fire immediately, because if the fire goes inside the building, the mayhem will end up increasing. There are new enemies once we kill that Lars Heartless. We end up summoning Chicken Little here. You can actually end up going into the menu to be able to skip these animations. They stop once you summon them the first time. So this is Chicken Little's magnet power. Every time you end up knocking an enemy, he immediately ends up channeling his inner ability to, well, to go ahead and use his magnet attack. When the cars get enraged, they will immediately end up being immune for a bit before they start to run about. Chicken Little has his marbles ends up stunning them, which is really good, as it can kind of... Okay, well, never mind. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's it. Except that if you don't actually take advantage of that, you can end up getting hit again. That's why Chicken Little is good.
Well, that takes care of that.
Hey!
Fascinating. This appears to be a portal to the past.
Yeah, it was the strangest thing.
Stop gawking! And start thinking of a way we can use it to our advantage.
Okay?
Now, perhaps I could give you one more chance to redeem yourself.
Oh, thank you, thank you. You can count on me. So what do I do?
Patience, my dear. What have we here? Well, if it isn't the cornerstone of light. Now we can take the castle from those fools, but we'll have to proceed with the utmost of care.
I have another question. Yeah, no does Maleficent. You guys didn't get that the first the second picture show that you had? Or the first one? Whatever. You guys are dumb. Seriously. Whatever. I'll give you guys... So that means we're in the past. Really? Did you guys not read the sun? You know, that's kind of one thing I kind of wish that this game kind of did... you know, do a little bit more, was like, you know, you clearly see that there's a sign that says construction for Disney's castle, and Merlin could have also just said, hey, you're going into the past to be able to, you know, change the future or whatever. I mean, yeah, I know if you probably tell Sora, Donald, Goofy that, they probably would end up doing something stupid. It's kind of the reason as to why Merlin ends up saying, hey, don't do anything dumb. Because anything that they do here can alter the future, so... Except for Sora, because Sora's actually not even supposed... Sora's not even born at this point, let's be real.
Come on, he needs our help.
They already used all their new enemy types, and now the rapid thrusters are back. Anyways, The portal here will end up sucking up Mickey's items. If you end up attacking it, it ends up getting destroyed and becoming small for a while. It does end up coming back, so you will have to go ahead and be super quick with this. Also, I'm used to fire being on square, not so much on thing. Almost end up using cure again. Jeez. Oh wow, that was actually super quick. Damn.
Whew.
Huh?
Listen well. On the other side of this portal, they're about to begin construction on that wretched castle. But until then, their treasured cornerstone of light lies unguarded, with all of its power still contained.
The cornerstone of light?
Yes, that cursed sphere is the very thing that prevents us from entering the castle.
Oh,
You know what must be done? Go then. Time to prove your worth. And don't dare to fail me again.
don't fail her again. Let's see. That's it! I just gotta smash that cornerstone to smithereens! But first, I gotta go get my old boat back.
It was Pete after all.
Still, something doesn't seem right.
The Pete we met here had kind of an attitude, but he didn't seem like a bad guy.
Now that castle's as good as ours.
That's the Pete we know.
Oh no!
The cornerstone's gone.
They're gonna fill the castle with darkness! We gotta hurry!
Hey, hold it right there.
No way, small fry. I finally found the pipsqueak what stole my steamboat. Right, me. No, it wasn't me. I'm just somebody who looks like me.
Oh, which is it?
Okay, so I don't know why they give us this now. Alright, so I can understand the confusion for Sora, Donald, and Goofy for thinking that the Pete in this world was the Pete in our world. Mainly because, like, if you think about it, Sora, Donald, and Goofy's outfits change. Why wouldn't Pete's outfit change? But, you know, that's why I can actually understand why that confusion can be a thing, rather than me just saying, oh, Sora, Donald, and Goofy are stupid for not actually understanding Pete or whatever. I mean, no, it's an understandable justification, because you're not going to really know who's going to be changed in worlds. Considering the fact we'll be meeting Pete in another world, and he's gonna obviously look different, because it'd be kind of weird if he didn't look like everybody else. Alright, so real fast, as you can tell, we already gotten all the characters and all the maps. This is the indication of how you know that you've completed something in the game by, you know, looking at the stamps. Alright, so we got the three new Heartlesses, I should say. We got Minute Bomb. Oh, well, I forgot to actually look up this. When attacked, it counts down for self-destruction, for self-detonation. Use dodge rolls seconds before the explosion to lure surrounding enemies into it. To play it safe, parry its tackle to make it lose its will to fight. Oh, that's why it just stands there, alright. Hammer Frame. It taps the ground to create a sonic wave. Jump to avoid the wave and defeat it with a combo. When its HP gets low, it attacks with a series of tackles, so defeat it immediately. And for Aeroplane, it shoots bullets from midair, but only in a forward direction. Its movement speed increases when retaliating, so defeat it while it's flying slowly. Hot Rod. It attacks and withdraws quickly, making it hard to hit. Use magic to defeat this enemy. Oh, so it's actually, so that's a thing I should mention. Chicken Little's marbles are essentially considered magic marbles, as funny as that is. It kind of makes sense because they kind of do look like elemental marbles. When its HP gets low, it moves around even quicker, so be sure to defeat it as soon as possible. Yeah, they ain't kidding. Hot rods are usually your most annoying enemies because of how fast they are, and if you don't know how to deal with them, they can be very annoying.
Wait! Shut up! Your future's on the line, Valley, so back off and give me the boat!
What promise, Tom?
After him!
You bugs couldn't follow me if you wanted to.
Unfortunately, we're going to go a little bit of an overtime because I kind of just want to get this world done and over with. So for this section here, Pete is going to be throwing a bunch of items at you. You end up hitting him 4 times, and then it's basically him getting KO'd. If he ends up getting to the end, which I'm going to be honest with you, he will never get to the end. It's very impossible for him to ever get to the end. Trust me, if he ever gets to the end, I don't know what to tell you. So get on the hook, and you essentially keep whacking the box. Pete will try to go ahead and get you off the hook. When the hook ends up shaking, that means you need to go ahead and hold on to it. Keep doing this and keep whacking the box. Fun fact, if you are in Valor form in this part, you can end up essentially you end up doing more damage on this. So I kind of recommend being in Valor form when you do this. As you also saw there, Chicken Little also went up a level, or the summon gauge also went up a level, so yeah. I think this also might actually work with the air combo boost that we have. So since we technically are in the air, as silly as that may sound, because technically we are, we're probably doing more damage. We also learned Dodge Slash. Oh yeah, and Donald learned Fantasia.
Yes!
You'll pay for this?
That's the promise, Tom.
Donald, we'll come back for it later.
Pete's heading for the doorway.
I'm out!
Alright, bye. It's like, alright, bye. I don't know what you want me to do with that. Anyways, Chicken Little has given his purpose, but now he's gone now, which is a shame. I feel sad. But now we rescued the Cornerstone Light. We have one more fight to do, and then that's it. Fun fact about this, though, this will be Pete's final hurrah, because we don't really fight him anymore at this point. Unfortunately, we can't get that treasure chest because we just cannot jump high enough. But if you do end up managing to go out of the screen, enemies will end up coming back and you will have to be forced to fight them, which is unfortunate. But it's fine. They're not too bad to be able to kill. And, you know, some free experience is pretty good for everyone. I kind of should just use Cure here and just kind of just keep wailing on to increase the bar faster. So that way I can have the ability of using Valor Form and then losing the ability of Valor Form because I am nuts. Is there enemies over here? Yes, there is. So let's just kill them all. Kill them all. Kill them all. I think I know the reason as to why people use the this Keyblade to be able to do that section, because it ends up increasing your air combo. So it's relatively a good Keyblade to have because it increases your finisher ability. Yeah, like the air combo boost. Since you're essentially suspended in midair, it makes sense. Alright, so we learned Dodge Slash. Unleash an attack that deals damage to nearby enemies. This is actually really good, because when you block, I think this is the move I'm thinking of, when you block, and you kind of do, or it might be that spin, that splint. Actually, wait. Dodge Slash. That is not, hold on. Is that lame move where I just swing my Keyblade like an idiot? Because if that's what that is, I think this is not a good ability. I know I'm extending the time. I know I am, but I need to check. Well, okay, I can't really check there. Let me just give me a minute. Need to check this. That's not it. Sorry, you need to be on the ground. Okay, these guys are in the air. It's not gonna really work in the air. It's not gonna work on air enemies. Ah, yeah, there it is. Yeah, that yeah, okay. That move's lame. That move's booty. Don't use that move. The reason why I say don't, okay, you can kind of end up seeing the problem with the move, and it's because of the fact that Alright, so this can be a bit however you wish to be able to play Kingdom Hearts. This is the move we want. Counterattacking nearby enemies with attack while performing a guard. This is that explosion thing I think I'm thinking of. We also want a Leaf Bracer on so that way I don't end up getting attacked when using Cure. But Dodge Slash is terrible because it's one of those moves that does not repel Sora forward. And 90% of the time you will get hit because of the fact that you're swinging your Keyblade all willy-nilly and not really going after your opponent. It's a move that I use when I casually played Kingdom Hearts, and I thought it was good.
Oh! You're still wet behind the ears.
Then try us.
Whoa!
But no, in all seriousness, I thought Dodge Dodge was actually a good ability when I first played Kingdom Hearts. So Pete cannot do, Timeless River Pete cannot do any sort of official damage to regular Pete, unfortunately. He is super weak and just cannot do what he wants to do. Let me see. Okay, I guess that has to be like around enemies. Alright, so Pete will be interchanging between different scenes of the areas that you've been in, and he will be utilizing those abilities as such as the fireballs, the fireballs, the pendulum thing. The construction site will essentially be the final one. He will also end up utilizing the cannons, and that's it. So that portal there, you want to be careful because Pete can activate that, and it can be a bit on the difficult side. Okay, I kind of timed that terribly. So whenever he says go, that means that he's about to activate the portal. Now, if you mess with Timeless River Pete, for some reason that also affects Real Pete. I guess because of time reasons, it probably messes with him. I'm not entirely sure what the reason is behind that, but it just does, and that's just what it is. As you can see there, the cannons are doing their job by, you know, helping us in the process. It's kind of funny. This fight is actually going kind of sad, to be honest. Hey, would you stop moving, please? Okay, that did a lot of damage. And Kabushki. Sadly, yeah, there it is. There's Counter Guard. I was trying to get Counter Guard to come out, but it just was not having fun. When Pete does the shockwave attack, he will basically make this fight pathetically easy, which is unfortunate for him. Oh, he's not healing. Well, then again, I already said that he heals, but it's really, really tough to see the healing happen because of the fact of how slow it is compared to the other fight that you end up having with him. Hey, don't be doing that, man. You just prolonging the fight. And goodbye. And now we learn the best spell if you utilize it properly, Reflect.
It serves you right. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, and stay out.
Sora!
Yeah, I know.
Would somebody tell me what's been going on here? Who was that creep anyways?
Hello? That creep was you from the future.
Sora, that's a secret.
Secret? What kind of secret? Oh, never mind. Sorry I put you guys through all that trouble.
Oh,
And to show you my appreciation, I'll let you pilot my steamboat. Best little craft on the river. My deckhand Mickey's late anyways.
end up completing Timeless River, and you end up getting the monochrome. Increase the effect of restoration items used on the field by 50%. And combining that with item boost as well. I think they stack. I'm not sure if they don't. I'm not sure if they do, but if they do stack, you get 50% for both, and that means 100%, meaning potions will become high potions.
Well, I'll bet you the castle's safe now.
Guess we should head back.
Well, as long as we're here.
Donald!
Huh? No. Oh, that's a good idea. Let us go. Let us go. Wow.
The thorns have disappeared!
By George, the lads have accomplished their mission!
Hooray! Let's have an acorn feast to celebrate! Welcome back! Because of your bravery, the castle is safe and protected again. Thank you so much for all you've done. Good work, you guys!
Now, boys, I hope you didn't do anything reckless while you were there.
Of course not. Daisy! Daisy, I'm back!
Who?
Daisy is Donald's very special sweetheart.
Really?
What?
Donald, you forgot about our date again. You'd better have a good excuse this time.
But Daisy,
I know it's an important mission, but you could at least check in every once in a while.
Sora?
Donald?
Just be a minute.
Going somewhere?
Of course not.
Donald! Oh, look!
Daisy, we need Donald for just a little longer.
How much longer?
Well...
I'll be back soon, Daisy.
Don't you worry, Queen Minnie. We'll return.
Please tell the king that we're still looking for him.
I will. See you soon!
Think wisely.
Now, remember when I said that, when Sora said that, can we come back to visit? Yeah, alright. So the way how Kingdom Hearts 2 kind of gives you the indication that the world is officially done is that they give you the title of the world. They don't do this in any of the, well, actually, I don't even know if they do that in the other games. But this is the start of when they actually do that in this game. That's the reason why we would be going for a second visit. Now, I know I said in, like, the last few episodes, I said that it was padding. I will go into further detail why I think that, and also I will go into detail why I don't think that it's an issue. But for right now, we beating Timeless River. We have Wisdom form, which is going to be a very good form for us, and it levels up based off of how many Heartless you have killed. we're actually going to go back to Disney. Off screen, I'm actually going to go back to Disney. Well, actually, no, I'll showcase the good grinding spot that I utilize for Wisdom Form. So, yeah, that's it. It's actually the end of Disney Castle, and with that, we end up unlocking 2 new worlds. One world that's new and another world that's old. But also completing Disney Castle ends up unlocking a new episode, which is not really a new episode per se. It's more so saying that, hey, the Coliseum is unlocked. Unlike in KH1, they end up explaining that, oh, there's a Coliseum happening, but unfortunately not in this one. This one, it just says a new episode. It's not as much of a very great interaction, I find. There's like some things in Kingdom Hearts 2 that are missing from Kingdom Hearts 1, but that's more so of a personal thing for me. I don't know how anybody else actually feels about it. Anyways, I'm rambling on. This part is like literally 40-something minutes. I will see you guys in the next episode for when we will head back to Disney Castle, but just a tiny bit, just to go ahead and show you guys the grinding spot that I utilize for Wisdom Form. And then the next gummy ship route will be the floating island. We're not going there because I'm gonna save that one for last. You will find out why. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Laters.